Do you have a favorite genre of movie?
I love drama. I love comedy, but my favorite is drama.
Do you think there's too much violence in movies?
I think sometimes some films portray violence a little too graphically, but I feel that if it helps the plot along and there's sort of a point to the violence, then it's okay, but unnecessary violence really turns me off.
So do you choose to go see movies if you know they're going to be violent?
I usually tend to see films that get good reviews or are by filmmakers whom I admire. I don't think violence would really, sway me one way or the other.
Do you ever go to see violent movies yourself?
Yes, I've seen violent movies, thrillers and movies of that nature.
Can violent movies be dangerous?
I think people are dangerous. I don't know that movies are dangerous.
Should children be allowed to see violent movies?
No, I don't think children need to be watching violent movies, so.
What's your feeling about violence? Is it harmful, particularly to children?
I think violence is harmful, especially in movies. Children of certain ages should not see violent movies because they're a little more influential and don't have the judgment skills that adults do.
Could you tell me some of the things that are important to you in a hotel, such as a fitness center or a pool, a gift shop, a restaurant, a business center?
I look more for a location in a hotel than anything else. I want it to be close and convenient to whatever I'm doing in town. If I'm there to enjoy myself, for example, then I want to be near the beach. Location is more important to me than anything else.
I don't pay too much attention to the hotel.
She likes one bed. She doesn't like twin beds.
But I'm not a big fan of hotels. If they're comfortable, I'm happy with it.
When you stay in a hotel, do you use room service?
No, I try not to use room service because I like to get out and see a little bit of the town or the city that I'm staying in.
Thinking about a really good hotel experience, could you tell me about that?
Really what makes a hotel special is are the people who work there. If people there are very nice and friendly and people say good morning and know you by name, and they when you come back to the hotel they greet you and they ask you how your day was, and they just make the difference. If when I stayed in a hotel I had a bellman bring me flowers that were left over and put them in my room, and those are those little touches that I think make your experience or you stay in a hotel much more pleasant than when you just stay anywhere else.
How about a worst hotel experience?
Well, I have had experiences on more than one occasion where I've been in a room next to people that are rather noisy, and so that can be a distraction, especially when you've got to be up early in the morning.
Who are you most like in terms of personality?
My mother.
And why do you say that?
Outgoing. She smiles a lot.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
One brother, 3 sisters.
Okay, and how are you different? Is, say, one more extroverted than the other or more introverted?
Well, I'm quiet, calm. I don't really get excited over things and just take it easy. I don't let things bother me a lot. While my sisters, they will get excited and get upset, and so I'm not like that.
Okay, how about first children? Do you think that they have certain traits that they share?
Well, I think my brother, being the oldest and the only boy, was allowed to get away with things a lot more than my sister and I. And what I mean by that is, as the oldest and as a boy, he was able to go to concerts at an earlier age than my sister or I. He kind of got out of household duties that my sister and I had because he was babysitting us.
And how about if you're the last in a big family? Do you think that you get special benefits from that?
Yeah, you get clothes.
What about birth order? Do you think that makes a difference, who's the oldest and who's the youngest?
I don't think so.
Not important.
I don't think it's important. It's just the personality.
Could you tell me some of the things you use the computer for?
I use my computer every day at work to make schedules. I do a lot of that at my job. Also to email friends and co-workers about things that need to get done for the day.
Would you say you're a computer addict?
Yes, I am a computer addict.
Okay. How about just overall time spent on the computer?
I think it kind of depends on what you're using the time for. Because if you're doing, research for projects and things like that, spend as much time as you like on the computer, because it's easy and it's fast. So.
But how about games and surfing and chat?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably about the same as television. Too much of it just isn't a good idea. I mean, when you can get outside and enjoy the city.
Do you think children should be allowed to use the internet?
With guidance, I think they should be allowed to use the internet.
What do you see as the advantages of the internet?
Well, communication is certainly an advantage. With, like I said, with email, you can keep in touch with friends all over the country, practically free of charge. Also, the wealth of knowledge that you can pick up. You can ask the computer with your search engines any question at all and come up with thousands of answers. You have to choose the one you like.
And do you see some particular dangers for you even, but particularly for children?
I mean, at this point I feel as though I'm, like an adult, so I can kind of censor what I want to look at and things like that, but kids don't necessarily have that, and they're a little bit more curious, so I think that they definitely need that supervision.
If you got a bill in a restaurant that was obviously wrong, what would you do?
I would tell the waitress and ask her if everything's okay.
I think they should tell the waiter.
And what should they tell them?
That they're given too much change or they're undercharged.
How about if a person's shopping in a department store and an expensive piece of clothing has a tag on it that's obviously wrong, it's priced too low. Should that person tell the cashier or just pay for it?
I usually ask. That's me though. Well, I would go to the cashier, or I think everybody should go to the cashier at least and ask, is that right? And if he says it's right, then at least you tried it.
And then suppose you found some cash on the street, not in a wallet, just some cash lying on the street. What would you do with it?
I pick it up and put it in my pocket. I usually do not pick up money if a very poor person is around, because I think a poor person needs it more than I do. So I leave it lying there.
So are the three situations, the restaurant, the department store, and the cash on the street, the same or different?
I think each one is different.
Why?
You make judgments all the time and not everything is equal.